Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Welcome once again to another session of Living World of Darkness. This is a scene for the werewolf venue. Though we don't open up our scene anywhere within the boundaries of New York City as we do with most, we open up shortly after the pack known as the Seekers have donned themselves in woad and blood, performed weeks of ritualistic sacrifice, chanting, and song. We open up at the end of a moon bridge where they meet up with a small spirit that they have sent ahead of them. And just over the horizon, in the green fields of Ireland, the small creature waits for the pack to join it. And I believe this is where we will begin our scene.
First thing Aidan Lynch does is he touches ground on Irish soil, he bends down and kisses it because he has not been home in a long ass time. Just literally all fours just kisses it and then just stands up, straightens himself back out again and just nods at the other two.
10-point may be doing damn well near the same. She won't kiss the dirt, but she does take a moment to crouch down while her alpha is prone and just rub her hands through the grass.
That's kind of what Saoirse's doing too, is she's running her hands through the grass. She's been home sooner. She was just there about a little over 3 months ago. It's been 4 months now, actually, but she's been home sooner than the other two have, but she's still, there's no place like home, so.
And 10-point will give the other two a gesture towards the hair that she sent ahead and will not move without them, but prompting, hopefully, strides forward to meet the small spirit.
The umbral landscape of the area is beautiful and fertile, though a light rain is currently trickling down. To the east, a thunderstorm, and to the west, a brilliant rainbow. The rabbit spirit, however, seems slightly confused. It hasn't located any Garu here. In fact, the only other signs of much movement are 3 raven spirits perched on a tree, staring the little spirit down and preening their feathers.
And again, 10-point is going to give a poke through the link to convey her intentions so that they can be done in a unified fashion. But upon getting the explanation from the rabbit and recognizing the 3 ravens, will immediately offer her respects to the 3 ravens.
The 3 ravens will fly down from their perch and land themselves on the Theurge's antlers. They look around at the 3 assembled Garu, and in a churring, almost playful voice, they say, "I drift forever with the current down these long canals they've made. Tame yet wild, I run elusive, multitasking to your aid. Before I came, the world was darker, colder, sometimes rougher, true. But though I might make living easy, I'm good at killing people, too."
You are a fire spirit.
One of the ravens will almost violently peck 10-point in the head. They don't seem pleased.
Need to get that shit written down. But yeah. No, she takes it like a boss. She's taken worse.
Riddles in the side chat.
Thank you.
There we go.
If you're stumped, whoever has enigmas can roll it.
Yeah. I'm about to.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as I would love to figure it out on my own, I just nope. We set up in werewolf. I will take that line as good enough.
Character sheet. Oh, why have I never raised that? God.
Thank God I raised my enigmas.
Have enigmas
Hang
1.
on, if 2.
4.
The difficulty we're looking at is 6, by the way.
Yeah, 2 for me.
Nothing for Saoirse.
Yep, 4 successes.
Well.
Alright. 4 successes. Think about the city, the modern conveniences that you have now that you're off sept. What one thing do they all have in common? The lights, the radio, the heaters.
Electricity. So yeah, she will offer that as a suggestion into the link and let someone else speak the next.
Aiden will just shrug and say, fuck it, I'll do it during the link, and he'll just turn and say, electricity.
The ravens will chirp happily, and then they will scatter.
Turns and looks smugly at the other two. Yeah.
10 Point is doing her best to hide a faint smile, but is looking out over, I assume, essentially the moors, but is the sept there and just abandoned?
There's no visible sept. The only thing you see is to one direction a raging thunderstorm, and to the other a bright, sunny meadow. It's very inviting looking rainbows above it.
Gonna flick out her mirror real fast and take a little look-see across. I have no idea what the difficulty is right now, but here's a roll.
Thanks to your totem's benefit, you don't have to roll.
Oh, well, hot shit. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's that low. Fantastic. So she's not seeing anything on either side.
Mm-hmm. On the other side, are you looking into the Tellurian or looking into the Umbra?
I mean, we are in the Umbra, so she is taking a moment to focus instead on the details of the Tellurian.
Okay. In the Tellurian, you see pretty much open fields. The same storm that's raging in here isn't raging out there.
Her brow knit. She's conveying all this. And did the crows scatter in any particular direction, or did they just scatter?
They scattered. They didn't go in any particular direction, really.
Okay.
At least not that you could see. They seemed intent on giving you guys a wide berth.
She'll take a moment to release the hare from its task, and then look to her alpha.
So we push forward. They know we're here.
She'll give a sweep to the options, and
Or we could howl. But it might attract something else. Look over at the storm.
Not sure that's the greatest idea.
may I roll Umbra lore? Because I get the funny feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make an Umbra lore check.
The sneakiest suspicion. And since it is lore, 10s will pop. Not that I had any, but that's still 4 successes.
You know that, and looking off in the distance, you know that if you were to look for electricity spirits, the middle of that thunderstorm is probably a pretty good place to start.
Oh yeah, I was gonna suggest that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Now that much I've got. I was just trying to identify if this was, seeing as the sept is not visible on either side. I'm assuming we are in an umbral realm instead of properly in the Tellurian / near Umbra.
At the moment, you are in the near Umbra.
Well, shit.
To the storm, Toto.
Yeah. Storm seems like the best thing. Maybe the spirits might know where it is. Raises an eyebrow at 10 point.
Template probably looks very stricken for the moment, just because this is her home and it should be right here, but it's not, and that is deeply upsetting. But she'll nod and follow along, definitely agreeing.
Heading towards the thunderstorm, the winds get a bit more biting as she finds the gauntlet here actually growing a bit thicker than it was before, as if they're moving away from any actual cairn proper. However, she does happen to see, hiding from the falling water and sitting underneath a thick tree, are those 3 ravens again.
And again, they will get a respectful bow of the head.
The ravens will ruffle their feathers, and they look over to what appears to be a massive wall of hedge. So genuinely large that even in Krynos you probably couldn't hope to peek over it. Even if you jumped with Salmon's Leap, you may not reach the top. And one of the ravens this time will approach. Soft and fragile is my skin. I get my growth in mud. I'm dangerous as much as pretty, for if not careful, I draw blood. Is 10 Point gonna say it?
She'll shoot it into the pack link in inquiry to see if anyone disagrees with her.
And to look over at Saoirse, almost like your turn.
In the pack link, she'll say, "Would you like me to say it out loud?" 10 Point.
She'll bob her head.
Saoirse will say out loud, "A rose."
Which will be translated if necessary.
The raven will nod. It will fly in a fairly excited circle around them, and then dive into the hedge.
Well, I guess we're approaching the hedge then.
Yep.
Yep.
The hedge is massive, thick, and thorny, although it's not so tightly woven that you couldn't squeeze through.
Here we go then. You look over at the other 2.
Would you like me to take the lead, Raya?
Nah. I think I want to see the alpha first anyway. He cracks his neck and walks in. Overconfident.
I mean,
There's that overconfident coming in. I mean, Saoirse will let him go first. She is not going to deny her alpha that pleasure, and she will follow up.
Yep, pressing in.
And as they throw themselves through the hedge, they will find themselves in the middle of a large open glade. The center marked with a 50 or so foot statue of a massive stag.
Holy shit.
Looking out past, beyond the stag, there is a thicker, more populous amount of spirits here. And with a cursory glance around, they will notice a young man with curly brown hair tending to some of the spirits.
Are we to the pack thing? Looks like we found somebody. And yeah, will Aiden will cautiously make his way over.
Point, can I get a perception spirit lore from you?
Yes. Let me just double check. I think all my lures are. Yep. That is 2 successes.
The man tending to the spirit is not made of flesh.
Oh boy. What's he made of?
Spirit do whatever spirits are made of.
Spirit stuff.
Spirit things.
Spirit things.
What you think about? Oh, just spirit things.
So yeah,
Right?
she will, as they press forward, take a moment to offer just the cursory gesture of respect and prayer to the statue. But will quickly rouse back up and move to follow, sharing what she's discerned through the link.
Looks at her. I mean, if he's a spirit thing, that's your thing. Come on.
And yeah, she'll just ease out towards the front as they come nearer this person. And what time is it in this realm? Because in theory it was midnight, but there's like sunshine and rainbows over there, so.
In this realm, it is the middle of the day.
So yeah, she will just lead in spirit speech with a good day to you, Tender.
The spirit, not in spirit speech, but in Irish, will reply, "Good evening."
Aiden turning the pack like, I know what he's saying.
So excited. Yeah, she will happily
Just say the same thing, like, oh god.
To whom do you belong, Metis?
and she will gesture behind to her alpha. And yeah, reply switching over to Gaelic because hell yeah. This is the alpha of my pack, Aiden Lynch Krause. Known as Tamer of Dragons, thrives in Twilight and Ironwell of Stag.
A great many titles for one who leads with his mule.
Crack of the neck as Aiden understood every fucking word of that. Or as you reply in perfect Gaelic. Normally spirits don't speak Irish.
he'll take a look around at all of the animals. I'm well aware of that. So do you wish to address me proper? I'd prefer to speak to a real Garrow.
You just look at and point and just give the
Oh, yeah,
gesture.
she fades back alongside him.
And he stand, puff his chest out, and yeah, Aiden Lynch Krause, Ragabash, Fianna, Ironwill Stag, Thrice and Twilight, Fostering of the Nation. We're here to visit the Septive Tri-Spiral in search of my packmate.
And he'll give a nod of the head as if this seems more appropriate. And he'll hold out his hand. Brawn of Flannery, Twilight Blade.
Yeah, Aiden clasp it.
And he nods. Elder Fianna Theurge. Formerly, that is.
He'll nod deeply, very, very respectfully.
Saoirse will bare her throat.
Well, 10 Point was dropping to kneel alongside Saoirse's ankle. But all things considered, yeah, she just goes the rest of the way down.
So I take it, if you took the detour to be led here, you're looking for that shrieking bitch.
Tightens a bit.
Yep, so does Saoirse. Like,
Yes. Yes, Raya. That is my packmate.
Is? Or was?
Preferably is.
You don't know?
The link has been disjointed. Fractured images, almost like it's trying to be forced shut. We're unsure. You look over at 10 Point.
Yeah, she concurs. So much as she's able to convey it from the ground.
Our mule, Theurge, has been unclear in her attempts to find out what's truth and what's lies.
I'm just surprised to hear the old bird didn't bite it.
We Fianna, as you know, are made of sturdy stuff. So,
Ain't that the truth?
listen. So, what has happened here that she has caused such a commotion, then, Raya?
And he'll sort of shrug his shoulders, popping his neck in the process. Got picked up by a couple of folks out in the Wandering Rovers. Went on a mission for our sept, didn't return.
Jesus. Right. What was the mission?
That I don't know. They're a secretive lot.
It's not. Do you know where we can find these people?
Have an idea. They were talking about visiting some well. To eat
Well,
some fish. Didn't quite get it myself.
salmon fish. You just look over at him.
I must have a taste for 'em.
You just nod. Some well. You'll just look over at 10 Point again and just nod. I thank you for your time, Ray.
Welcome. If you don't mind on your way out, since you have hands of flesh and all, give the shrine a good clean for me. It's been years.
No. No problem, Ray. You look at the other two and kind of gesture for them to follow as they're walking back towards the shrine.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Shall we presume that they essentially take 20? They're gonna cross, clean the damn thing top to bottom.
Yeah. Probably as they're cleaning, actually, Aiden will turn and look at the two of them. The fish they're referencing is salmon. Salmon of knowledge. I think. It's an old tale. You look over at the two of them. I could be wrong, though, but that's the only fish that I know that's connected to, but a shrug.
I can try to use the questing stone to find the well. Right.
That might be a good start. The Whispering Rovers. You start to think and look over at Saoirse. What do we know about them?
So, you guys were cutting out a little bit for me. Probably because my internet sucks. What is Aiden asking about?
The Whispering Rovers that the Elder Spirit mentioned? Because I was thinking of rolling Fianna lore, actually.
It's not a bad plan.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad plan. Oh, the Whispering, Saoirse Fianna Lore 3 would probably know this outright, that,
Channel Lore 3 is enough to know about.
Huh?
Channel Lore 3 is enough to know about the camps.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I feel
Yeah, so, she would say that, that the, Whispering Rovers, they're a camp. Fianna camp. And I'm pulling up the description right now. Hang on a second.
Yeah, so am I.
So, Whispering Rovers. Really? Webpage? No, stay. Thank you. So she's gonna describe them. Rovers or a cap are mostly homid. There are a few metis, but not really any lupus in the camp. Spies, scouts, and messengers. The eyes and the ears of the tribe. Report back to the Ardrai himself. Keep him filled in on everything that's going on, not everybody else too.
He'll nod. Which means Banshee's after getting herself involved with some serious shit. Which means we're going to have to be careful.
She'll nod.
So, she went out on a mission for them. It's probably going to be dangerous. So, do a write a question stone on the wall. We'll see what we can find, but be ready for anything. Like this.
Yep, and only once the shrine is as clean as it can be made, will they step back across, and 10 Point will, before, like, as she's pulling the pendulum and the prayer beads from her bag, will glance around for the ravens.
The ravens have settled on the statue. They don't seem to have any more riddles to tell.
Only 2. Madness. She will, in that case, go ahead and, pull out the stone, begin to lightly circle a hand to set it spinning, and murmuring all manner of prayers and shenanigans, wits rituals. Six. That is 2 successes.
It'll point not back towards the way you came, but further into this winding hedge maze. Right past the spirit tending to the other spirits, in fact. It points slightly more eastward.
And she will glance to Hariah, now that he has a bearing, though she will keep it dangling from her palm.
Alright, let's go. Keep your eyes open.
Be careful that direction. The spirit pipes up again. 'Tis where I met my end.
He'll nod, taking that very seriously, and look over at them all. Lupus, or war forms if needed. Don't engage anything we can't take.
There will be a bow of the head, and 10 Point will simply, quietly, calmly revert to breed, so that she can continue to hold the pendulum.
Aiden pop into Lupus.
Yeah, Saoirse will shift to Lupus.
Okay. Are you just going to be following the pendulum?
Yeah, following the pension, keeping an eye out for anything a bit more nasty looking,
Yep, following.
so we can avoid it.
Yeah, well, also keeping an eye on the surroundings, because if it is a maze, I imagine they won't be able to bear in a straight line.
Okay. Following the pendulum provides you enough of your footing that you don't fear getting lost in this labyrinth, but pushing forward bears some more ominous signs. As the hedges become less a welcoming, inviting bit of scenery, and the thorns of them grow sharper and longer, the shadows grow deeper, more menacing. You're feeling distinctly watched. As, after a while, the thorns begin to drip with blood.
That seems fine.
Aiden look over at 10 Point like, the fuck's this?
10 Point is not omnipotent unless a roll could make her omnipotent. But I mean, it's the Umbra. It is showing maliciousness. She will simply be less willing to bump or scrape past them because there's no telling what the effects might be.
As you continue past them, eventually you find yourself somewhere that seems distinctly unsettling. You get a worrying sense of deja vu as you glance out into what appears to be an open barn. Though rather than covered in the friendly guy and spirits of Stag's brood, things appear sickly and diseased. In the center, a massive stone well with a massive salmon curled around it. It moves as if it's struggling to breathe. It looks to be dying.
Look over at the two of them and just give you a fucking told you it was a salmon, type of nod.
Yep.
And,
This is about where 10 Point gets a boot up her ass, as it were, and will be quicker to move forward. Are the spirits responding negatively about the edges?
The spirits seem inclined to avoid you. They seem scared of you. Not malicious in the sense that Banes tend to be, and none moves to attack. But there's a very clear sort of fear and apprehension that meets your arrival.
Yeah. Well, unless someone would like to hold her back in any way, 10 Point will be bowling straight in to...
just sigh and move after her, like, God damn it, stay in formation, 10 Point.
Nope, breaking formation, doing it. Yeah, she bowls right in, looking to offer up, at the very least, a point of gnosis to see if she can stir the great salmon.
The salmon twitches and wheezes as the pure gnosis reaches it, and it gobbles it up like someone dying of thirst was given a glass of water.
And yeah, I'm gonna pulse out that there sense worm.
Your difficulty is 3.
Wow. Yeah.
There is so much worm happening here, 10 Point.
There's so many things coming out of my bag right now. Right, needs cleansing.
Just nods. Do it quickly. You look over at Saoirse as well and kind of scan the kind of everywhere around. Something's wrong. We're being watched. Move fast.
Yep.
And 10 Point will rely on the other two to watch her back as she goes through tracing out and preparing and trying to manage as large a cleansing circle as she can. And it's cleansing's a cord, so not my best pool. Oh, fuck. That's still one success. Actually, I guess it depends on the taint. But,
As you enact the rite of cleansing, you'll hear the spirit wheeze in pain. A bit more color returns to the scales on its back, but it's really not looking good. And as the ritual stops and the Gaian energy begins to fade, this sickly blood taint returns almost as quickly as it had faded.
Then she's going to come about, looking to offer out her massive paws to the salmon to either side of its head. Great Spirit, how can I aid you?
Through wheezing breaths, the spirit will say, "This cairn has been stolen. 'Tis mine no more."
And who must we take it back from, Spirit?
From the child of the witch.
There's definitely a sense of dread leaking. Where do I find this child, Spirit?
World of flesh and blood.
And she'll glance back to the other two. Still conveying everything through Packlink, translated.
Child of the witch. Cock his head at the two of them. And the Tellurian.
Sure, just kind of blinks like, okay.
Would anyone like to roll Fiona lore?
Yeah.
I would love to roll Fiona lore. Thank you.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
You need
Yes,
fucking
please.
Mordred or some shit. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Depending on the diff, I got 2, I think.
I got 2 successes if it's stiff 6. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of specialty accounts.
There are many Fiona stories of fallen heroes who died attempting to save cairns from an ancient monster that feasts on spirits as well as blood. She is known as the Witch of Connaught.
Yeah, 10 Point just consults her inner thing. Sorry, go ahead.
And is responsible for a large amount of Fiona cairns simply drained of all energy.
Oh, this is not good.
I gotta find the appropriate picture for Aiden's reaction to this. Because out of character Torna is just clenched, so Aiden mentions that she just looks like this.
Does this spirit look like it's going to last long enough that even if they were to succeed, it would remain when they returned?
It might. You don't know how long it's been here.
Did the Gnosis make for a marked improvement?
A little bit. It definitely responded to the Gnosis.
So she'll cast a glance back over her shoulder.
Kind of stare at her like, "What are you looking at me for?" You know what I mean? Just kind of-
Why do you think that Banshee may have been responding to the same?
She went to the Witch of Connacht. She might have. If she has. I mean, we could do it.
She'll continue to cradle the massive salmon's head gingerly. Spirit, where can we find your wellspring? And did another come searching with the mark of our totem?
What are you asking it exactly?
She's basically asking, A, where do we need to go to find what's been stolen? But she's also asking, basically, if Banshee was there by asking if someone else marked by Dana has come to it.
Gotcha. What is mine is still here, though shattered and smeared. A child of Dana visited, though I still hear her screams.
And so, with all of the dread in her heart, she will again reach into her bag to withdraw a mirror. As I assume it's too thick here for her to see through on her own.
What's your gnosis rating?
Firm is 5.
No, it's still low enough that you can just look through.
Yeah, then she will just brace herself and shift essentially the focus of her eyes.
Looking around, you see the Tellurian oddly matches the Umbra in this case, with enormous trees and enormous spiked hedges. It's almost surreal. The area around doesn't appear to be populated, although there does appear to be the remains of an old campfire smoldering nearby.
Ooh. You know, it occurs to me that someone learned a certain rite recently that they've been trying to get for a while. Did you get... Was it the moot rite, or was it a cairn rite? That's you, Lindsay. And you're muted.
Sorry, what did you say?
I know you recently got a rite. I don't remember if it was like the moot rite or rite of the opened cairn or...
I got moot right.
I could be really cheesemo because I know I have enough fucking time saved up and just roll to see if I know it, but...
What right is...
Whew. Actually, I guess this isn't quite what I need. She doesn't need to open the cairn. She needs to fucking do something different. But doesn't the moot rite involve paying gnosis into the cairn and reinvigorating it?
Oh, rite of cairn... It's
No, the moot right.
Mm.
The moot rite is performed once per month to keep a cairn consecrated.
Yes. I just could have sworn it involved like a sacrifice of gnosis from each person present to continue also fueling the cairn.
Yeah, which I would gladly make.
Yep.
Seeing as she doesn't have someone here to go after, and there is the shattered remains of a cairn present, she'll make sure that she conveys what's across so that they know that after doing this right, they can investigate, search for whomever laid that campfire. And yeah, we'll appeal to the spirit. Let us hold a moot for you, spirit.
The spirit will give almost a sigh of relief as it nods its massive head.
And yeah, she will draw back and look to Saoirse as the Galliard.
Tell me a story of hope.
Saoirse will think for a moment. Make something up on the fly here. She'll flick through her memories and find a personal story. And she'll say, so recently there's the sept that me and my pack currently reside at. We had a hellhole open, and it was big. There was a lot of black spiral dancers. There were a lot of worm-tainted creatures, a lot of banes. When we did our scouting missions, it looked very bleak. A lot of us were worried that we weren't going to be able to take care of it, that we weren't going to be able to win, that we were going to lose our was throughout the city, inching ever closer to our cairn. But we made many preparations. We looked at everything from every angle. We used every resource at our disposal to try and find any way to take out this unnatural, unholy presence upon our city and our cairn. Our theurges, only one of whom still stands with us. A ritual sacrifice offering that our warriors might prevail. I led a mission was, well, we got much information that we were able to form a plan of the thing and disrupt what was going on to keep it open and to keep it and to make it bigger. And we made our strikes. And in the end, we won. And we only lost one of our number in that whole time. So it was a situation that definitely looked like we couldn't win, but we used our strength, our knowledge, and we won.
Spirit seems somewhat calmed by the story, as its breath sounds less labored and less struggling.
Should we be taking turns telling more, or do you want a roll? What would you like us to do, madam? We need a little guidance.
You're welcome to make the roll for the moot right now,
Okay.
and then just kind of describe what you do during the moot.
Roll for it.
Or the moot right? What kind of right is it?
It's a Cairn right. Oh, it's diff 7. Ooh, okay. Power, because I only have 4 dice for this, and I really want it to be successful.
Only 4 dice? It's a Cairn right. Oh, varies. Yep. And as the rite goes on,
Well,
it will.
at any rate, it's 4 successes, so.
Hot shit. Yeah, as the rite is performed, 10 Point will draw out a violin, which hilariously is dedicated, so will be of appropriate size that even in breed she can play. And we'll play as many, we'll certainly play Celtic songs, but we'll do so going for things that are merrier, that are upbeat, that are perhaps even seasonally appropriate, looking ahead and looking forward.
So the question is, does everyone have 5 gnosis to give?
Is it 5 gnosis a person?
I think so.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't have that.
I don't have it in my notes,
Nope.
sadly. I don't have the moot right, do I? Or
5
let's see.
gnosis points per cairn level. So the cairn is only level 2. You need 10 gnosis points total.
Total?
Oh,
It'll hurt,
okay.
but we might be able to do it. And if not, it means we need to make an Ingling hunt, but Jesus.
I have 4 gnosis.
I have 3.
Is that even keeping 1 to spare for yourselves?
Nope.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of us would have to get stuck. At least until we found something to harvest from Moranosis.
Well, we could do that and then.
Well, at this point, we're in the middle of the right. Like,
yeah.
I will go to empty if I need to, and leave each of you with one. At least until we can find something to
Yeah.
chase down.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind being empty either, so we can, no matter what we do, if we want to revive this cairn, one of us needs to go to empty and we'll have to find something to harvest just from before the scene ends. So.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I'm going for broke. But we will produce 10 Gnosis. God damn it.
As the short moot goes on, and stories are told and songs are sung, slowly things will start to return to sort of normalcy. Although, most impressively, what happens is the dull and dying salmon will gain back its brilliant pink color and soon be swimming rather than just lying and waiting to die. As the moot finishes up, the salmon will swim over and approach.
And 10 Point will prostrate herself. Because this is a great spirit of the tribe.
Yep. Definitely with Aiden.
Let's see. I thank you each for restoring to me the strength to fight against this taint. But this cairn will not be saved until the corruptor is destroyed. Much blood of our tribe has been spilled here in the name of its hunger. There is little I can do, for it exists in the world of flesh, and there I cannot tread. But for each of you, look into this well and take one of my children. Consume them, and they will grant to you the knowledge of where to find your fallen comrade.
There will be abundantly offered thanks to the spirit. And, yeah, 10 Point will gesture first to her alpha and then to her acting beta.
Yep. I'll consume that shit.
Yep.
And then we'll follow behind.
Within the well are plenty of small but once again healthy looking salmon spirits.
have water spirit heritage, if that makes it any easier for her to fish out a fishy.
Oh, they'll have to go to you.
Awesome.
Is everyone gonna eat a fishy?
Yeah.
We all going to eat a fishy.
Yes, we
Okay.
are. We're all going to eat a fishy.
You all eat the fishy, and an almost crippling wave of sensation runs over each of you as you feel the pack link forced open from your end. And for the first time in a while, you're able to feel the presence of Banshee. The presence is marked with pain and rage. She is restrained and tied to a stone. You taste nothing but blood, and as you look out of your single working eye, you stare down at her body covered in bleeding lacerations and watch as a pallid, woad-covered humanoid figure carves into her flesh with a silver knife.
Shit. Alright. I'm assuming I have to take a rage, and so I'm going to spend willpower. I'm 5.
I think everyone's gonna take a rage.
Yeah, that's happening.
I spend the willpower as well. I'm good.
Happening. And
Whew.
I don't want a frenzy either, so I'm going to spend willpower before I make this roll. I'm good.
Pinpoint isn't angry enough with only one rage to need to make a roll, sadly. She will probably give a heinous shriek, though, because Silver just holds such a special place in her heart.
Right? Saoirse doesn't frenzy, but oh god.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
At the risk of being a total asshole for asking, Tempoint is going to stay latched in as long as possible to see as much as possible, and if that means experiencing with her, then so be it. May I take willpower back for masochism?
Absolutely. In addition, as you stare into the horrific sight, you get an idea of the location. Not far away, out once again in open air, and looking around through Banshee's good eye, you see a lot of people with suspiciously red hair covered in the same lacerations, many of them dead. The scent of Fiona purebreed mixes with the scent of blood.
Are some still standing and simply looking on with all of those heinous lacerations?
Nope, they are dead.
Okay. Fabulous. Oh, God. Yeah, 10.0 is going to ride it as long as humanly possible. And when she comes out of it, is there any more that will be conveyed to us by these spirits?
You'll feel an almost instinctual pull towards the location you glimpsed in your vision. But aside from that, nothing.
Right. You look over at her, at the 2. We go into the story and we fight her on her ground. You saw all those dead Fiona, right?
And 10 Point will be nodding, though probably just kind of patting herself down, kind of holding herself together.
Is there any way you can summon them?
Her eyebrows pop.
We just need to get Banshee out of there. We could kill her. But we need to get Banshee out of there.
And she'll look inward for a couple moments, thinking, mulling, and finally look up again and rouse to greet the great salmon. Honored spirit, is there an Ingling on your bawn?
Many, I'm sure, if he but look around.
And she nods faintly and glances to her alpha. Once we are replenished, Raya, I may be able to try, if we are closer, to pull her across. But with Silver in the mix, I can't guarantee success. I doubt it will work.
If we take the silver away, do you think you could pull us all across at the same time?
If we can free her from her bindings, Raya, yes.
Let's go then.
She'll go ahead and, I guess, get herself oriented, keeping an eye out as they part, thanking the Great Spirit. And, yeah, she's going to keep a weather eye out for that nice little glimmer of yummy, yummy Ingling.
You're able to hunt and begin refilling your gnosis. Although throughout the hunt, the pack link is no longer forcibly closed. You feel the pain of silver biting into your flesh, one almost delicate flick of the wrist at a time. Every few moments, you feel it burn as it pierces your flesh, only to be slid back out and back in again.
Yep. Once they have taken what they needed, albeit probably amidst some stumbling with that delightful running theater in their heads, 10 Point will glance to Haraya and then in the direction of the pole.
Everyone take war form. If we're going to do this right, we've got to time it. She's got a silver knife. She'll look at Saoirse. So, if we cross, we've got to make sure that silver knife is away for her long enough to 10 Point to cut the bonds.
Araya.
If we are able to come in around Haraya, we may be able to deal with the problem.
I'll take the bitch head on. Saoirse, you hit her from the side.
Saoirse will nod.
Just-
Araya.
Grapple, get the knife away. Hold on for dear life. And crack his neck.
Saoirse will take Kronos.
Yep. I'm going to use that lovely sweet data bonus of rolling ancestors for this. Because I need it. Jesus. Oh. Yes, I got one success, so I'll take that for an extra brawl dice. Oh. You look at the 10 Point, cut the bonds, move fast.
Raya, they're probably Silver. Otherwise, they wouldn't have held her so long.
Do you not have a knife?
I mean, she can produce a hunting knife, but it's still silver. And probably chains. I mean, did we see anything contrary to that, Shelby? Or would they be any easier to get out?
You didn't get a look at the bonds exactly, although they didn't feel like silver.
Huh.
The
Well,
only silver you felt was the knife.
really? Does Banshee have any sense to give conscious responses? Like even feelings of dread or gratefulness or anything, as there is pushback through the link, saying that they're coming, saying that they're close.
Most of what you're feeling is rage and despair. Although you do get a glimmer of hope when the connection hits.
Yep. I'll find a way, Raya.
All right. Move fast. Don't give her a chance to breathe.
Then yeah, I assume we're thundering in the appropriate direction.
Yup.
And once we get there, 10 Point will be doing her cheater glances to get them around this woman, behind her, etc. for the crossover. Assuming there's nothing on the other side to stop them, I should say.
No,
Which isn't necessarily a safe assumption.
The place she's at doesn't appear to have anything significant enough to appear in the Umbral landscape. You can waltz right up to her little hut and inside it from where you are.
And yeah, she'll give a cry out for Dana's favor and let's do this.
Actually, yeah. What's our surroundings look like? We look at 10 Point and just so we have a bear aware of where we are.
You find yourself in a wooden and stone hut, surprisingly primitive in its design, although large enough that it doesn't appear to be a living space. Rather, it just houses what looks like a massive ritual, as you see Ogmic runes scrawled in blood and carved into the flesh of these corpses.
Can we
The
read it?
glow faintly red.
Can we read any of the Ogham?
It's very ancient, although you can catch some words. The main things that you see include devour and spirit, consume and drain, and of course sacrifice over and over again.
He'll look at the other two. Ready up. Here we go.
Yup.
What is the gauntlet here, Shelby?
Still out in the middle of nowhere, and you didn't stray far from the cairn. The gauntlet here is 5.
I wish you could spend anything on Gnosis rolls ever. Poof! Immediate. Hot shit.
Ah,
And suddenly 10 Point.
10 Point pulls.
Yeah.
Suddenly 3 Guru, situated around this woman, or person, I should say. 10 Point will do her best to position herself in such a way that she will be between Banshee and the blade, since she does have a breastplate, and will wait for that moment where she next draws back to piff them across.
All right, so are you just immediately in and out?
But murder.
Or do you want to murder?
I don't want to murder.
I'm overconfident. I want to murder so bad.
I mean, it has to be dealt with, if only for the Cairn. But yeah, 10 Point will, as soon as she's engaged, is going to be prioritizing getting Banshee up and in her arms and off that rock.
All right, is anybody gonna stay to murder?
Oh, there will be murder.
Yes. Gonna stay and murder.
Oh, fuck it. All
Do
in.
it.
Yeah, Gloria just appears.
When are you going to get a better chance? If worse comes to worse, I will roll and try to pull us out in the middle, but hopefully that won't be necessary. It's essentially an ambush, kind of.
I'll give you a surprise round for it.
Go.
Hot
Yeah.
shit.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I will spend my ambush round just suddenly having a breastplate in the way of that knife. Honestly, I'm happy with that.
I'm glad I have a breastplate. So
Yeah, right? Please murder her in the ambush round. That would be great.
so
And let's roll.
initiative, yeah. Okay, that's not too bad, Aiden.
Now I will let you have initiative.
Oh.
You rolling initiative for the NPC or for Banshee?
No, that's the NPC there.
Okay, I just want to check.
Banshee is sadly in no condition to join the fight.
I did not figure, but it was worth checking. What is your final number, Shabby?
16.
Feck.
Ooh.
Well, it's a good thing we got that round.
Yep.
Gotta go fast.
Let's murder.
So it's me up first then. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go big or go home with this thing. I'm gonna aim for the head. Oh god.
I mean, go for rear and fucking play it up. I don't care if you go for an exact spot on the back of her head and give yourself a +3 for the minus.
I'm just gonna aim for the head skull. Not anywhere particular. Here we go. That is the worst roll of my life.
Oh no.
Hashtag overconfident.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Damn, even with the negative difficulty. Shit.
Yep. Oh well. Come on, Saoirse, do it. Bring it home.
Yeah. So, get a dex brawl with a claw specialty.
I had a claw specialty too.
Hey, technically with the claw specialty, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a specialty and are rear attacking, that is 1 success.
Oh. Yeah, I do. If I do. I can hit. Oh my god.
Please hit it. Please hit it.
That's one success. Oh, it's just my strength. Oh yeah. So what's the additional damage I get then?
It's
You don't
just
get
your
any
claw attack
additional
damage.
damage.
Oh, if I'm aiming for the head, this is just.
If
plus
you
3 for that.
if you
Oh.
aimed for the head, I don't think you got it, because that would have added +2 diff back again, and you wouldn't have gotten a success.
Oh no. Oh no, then I missed then because I was aiming.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna aim for the head. I'm just gonna come up behind her. We'll say, Aiden was going for the head, so she's probably somewhere below that. So what's the diff? 4?
For a rear attack,
Four?
it'd be 4.
Okay. That is 6 successes. So
Take.
strength +7.
At least you hit it.
All right, roll your damage. Get him, Derry.
What do you get, Derry, on this mission?
Derry would have been the best.
Right? Only 3. God, 3 ag. 3 ag on 13 dice. Jesus.
All right. It is going to reflexively spend a blood point.
May I actually do a thing, since there was a huge whiff involved here?
So much
Yeah,
work.
go for it. What you gonna do?
Well, I did say I was pulling a hunting knife. And I don't think I have melee, but it's melee for a disarm, so I need to try.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what? Dex melee. Let's see. Knives are they diff 4 or diff 5? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think they're diff 5. Might be diff 4. Sorry,
Knives are different.
scrolling.
Is it a regular
Diff
knife?
4.
Yeah, it's just a regular hunting knife.
That is diff 4.
Okay, so it's +1 diff, which will be 5. Where the fuck did that shit go? There it is. Okay. So I'm rolling straight dex +1 more because I don't think I have a point in melee. So diff 6. Ugh! I really need to try. It is 2 successes. So if my damage exceeds the opponent's base strength rating, the opponent takes no damage but is disarmed. So, shit. Sorry, scrolling again. This damage for a fucking knife. +1 lethal. Okay.
You're looking at 5 successes for strength.
Whew. No pressure. So 6 +1 +1. Cross your fucking toes, guys. Damn it. Nope, it's just 3 lethal.
It's all
Since I
right.
did not exceed. God damn it. So yeah, that was our
Amazing.
ambush round.
Wow.
Hey, we did some damage, I think, maybe, hopefully. Please don't soak any of that. That would be great.
Oh, how much damage did you do, 10 point?
3. 3 lethal.
Okay. Top of the round.
Yep.
Bitch tits. That's how she's been so lovingly named.
Bitch tits McCorbag.
There's only one of you in front of her, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Gonna mark off 3 blood.
Jesus.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh god.
And she is going to swing the knife at 10 point.
No bueno.
Let's roll for the bad touch.
Let me see if there's anything I can counter with. Oh, my heart. Can I technically... Well, I guess I would have to technically parry with that, because I am not, like, blocking that shit with my arms. So seeing as she is aiming specifically at me and not at Banshee, I will do a doge in response.
Okay, she's got one success on you. Are you spending any rage this round?
Yes, I'm spending a rage. I only get to spend one at a time, but I'm spending it. My fucking heart can't take this shit.
How do you think we feel? We missed.
I got 3 ag, but I was hoping
Fucking
would have been nice to one-shot that bitch.
fucking goat. Nope. 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 Fuck your silver knife.
10
No.
point nopes the fuck out.
Yes, fantastic.
10 point does a twisty thing. It's like, sucks it in.
I'm picturing that gif with the deer
All right,
bouncing along the beach. Nope, 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 nope.
Aiden. This bitch just swung a
Right.
silver knife at 10 point.
It did. I made a complete ass myself, so my overconfidence won't let me get away with that. So I will spend 2 rage, and I will go in for the slashy slash. Just a regular attack. I'm not going to aim. I'm not doing that ever again.
On the bright side, you're at least getting a flank bonus, if not a rear bonus. Because she didn't turn around. Fuck her. Fuck her so hard.
I don't know if I get any bonuses. If I don't get any bonuses, it's 3 successes.
You still get the behind bonus.
Oh, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So 5 plus 3. Good math. 2, 14. All right, Discord, come on. Take away that one. Take away that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 5.
All right.
I think it's 5. Yeah, 5.
You notice there is some distinct hardness and resistance to this thing's skin, but you manage to slash through. And there is some blood showing. You can definitely hurt this thing.
Oh shit! Looks at Saoirse like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, we can do it.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's been to rage opposite.
10 point used her action to dodge, so it's my turn. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna I did last time. Fucking hit. I'm gonna spend 2 rage. That is 5 successes. This yay claw specialty. Strength is 6. Eight. 8 aggravated damage.
Ooh, nice. You notice as Saoirse connects, there is significantly more that she slices through. Not quite like butter. Again, it feels so aptly described as like cutting diamonds. But there is a significant gash in this thing's back as she pulls her claws out, and it shrieks in pain.
Oh,
Spending any rage there, buddy?
It is, however, still standing.
Did Saoirse spend rage?
Yes, Saoirse spent 2 rage.
Fabulous. Oh, my heart.
So
So
are we
first-
on extra action?
First
yep.
rage round.
First rage
All right.
round.
Yep.
Please don't have celerity. Oh, God.
Seeing
Celerity, come on. She definitely has it.
Of course she has celerity.
seeing as Saoirse harmed her the most out of this group, the others didn't seem like much of a threat, although Aiden did. She's going to whip around and swing that knife at Saoirse.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
She's got 3 successes. Would you like to try to dodge?
Sure, I'll spend one of my rage actions to try and dodge because fuck silver. I can't
Please.
soak that shit.
Please dodge.
What is my athletics score? It is 2. Oh god.
Please
Fine.
dodge. Please.
I take 2 off of her successes.
This is 2.
Oh, God, my heart.
I'm gonna take some damage, most likely. Oh!
Oh, Jesus.
Alright.
What?
You luckily are only taking 3 ag.
Oh, thank God.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Oh, God,
Alright.
I can't activate gifts in a rage action. Fuck, nope.
okay.
Next
Well,
is Aiden.
here we go again. Jesus. For claws, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
I can hear Bob screaming, "Get him, Terry!"
Get her, Aiden. Get her.
Get her, Aiden! Get her! She's got no legs left! Oh, please.
Okay.
Roll your damage, Aiden.
Yep. No.
Oh, I can't look.
All right, Discord, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ag.
Oh, God.
Like, this
All
bitch
right.
hurt my
Aiden,
face.
as you go on your own diamond cutting attempt, you slash through the back of this thing, and it bursts into dust.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh!
Oh, thank fuck.
Oh, shit. I can breathe again.
She's in pain, but she's fine. Like,
Yeah,
I'll give her
Aiden-
scars on her arms this time.
Aiden, even before he realizes what he's done, he's like, "Tempo, pull this across now!" You know, this really high pitched voice.
yeah. She's gonna mad scramble with that rage point that was spent to gather up Banshee. Can she be extracted from this rock?
Oh yeah, you can yank her off of the rock.
Oh yeah, we're going. We're going. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Poof. Bye.
You poof out of this terrible place, now filled with nothing but dust and the corpses of your fellow Fianna.
You know what? We'll send somebody to clean that up. I can't.
Later, just get the fuck out of here. Oh. Oh.
And oh Jesus, what is Banshee's rage at right now?
The answer is all of it.
Sweet. I'm not even rolling Mother's Touch for that. It'd be like diff 20.
And she's bleeding hideously and barely breathing.
10 point has given away all her Gaia's breath, so once they've piffed across, she'll immediately whirl and kind of present her out, hammering through the link that they need a Gaia's breath. There's no way Mother's Touch will work on this.
Saoirse will, she will relax back to Hamid and take one out of her swag.
All right. I mean, if you hand it over, 10 point spending, flat out.
Yeah, she hands it over.
Oh yeah, spending, poof, smash.
You said you used a Gaia's breath?
Yep.
All right. You'll notice the wounds, they close up, although they clearly scar over, pink and angry. It's not even the artful scarification of your tribe. In fact, Banshee stares as they close up, and you'll notice the slashes still form the same words as before, over and over again across your alpha's flesh, marking her sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Or former
Jesus.
alpha, sorry. But as they close up before her eyes, she is going to fall unconscious.
She is still in giant Krynos arms. That's okay. She can do that. Though 10 point will immediately, if Aiden is looking anxious, offer her over.
Yeah. She's up in Aiden's arms now as he's running full pelt. Like, we gotta find a fucking sept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got a nasty case of the run the fuck home. Where the fuck is the tri-spiral? Please be where I left you.
You can find your way back to the tri-spiral without any strange fuckery going on to the moon bridges. You can approach the Bon. Do you introduce yourselves or do you just run in?
Nah, fuck it. No time for fucking formality. Can't do it, man.
10 point will pause at the Bon to howl introduction for the three of them as Aiden continues sprinting pell-mell with his somehow still alive mama in his arms. But yeah, 10 point will stop at the line. She knows damn well where it is. And peel out howls for all three of them, saying that they come with a wounded pack mate.
She'll be granted entry by the warder, and to speed all of this along, they'll be given a small guest hut to stay in. They're given one night.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden doesn't sleep at all that night, and he's kind of staying up, pacing around Banshee if she's with them. Like,
at some point, almost as the sun is rising, Banshee will stir and suddenly shoot straight up and let out a blood-curdling scream.
oh, yeah, covers his ears and looks to 10 point, like the other two.
I mean, poor 10 point just shoots up, probably having gotten into like a restless, almost sleep state. Just enough to get startled the fuck out of.
Saoirse was on too much rage to sleep, but she was probably in some sort of weird trance that she just shoots up out of. Like,
Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus.
Ah, Jesus!
Banshee will shoot out of bed and immediately throw herself around Aiden.
Yeah. He'll take her in, kind of looking at the other two, like stroking her hair rapidly, like hyperventilating nearly, like, oh, sweet merciful Jesus, you know.
The anxious 10 point is anxious and will slowly circle up towards the two of them, kind of poking her muzzle up alongside, but visibly restraining herself.
Yeah, you're all right. We came to got you. You're fine. Still trying to, like, as Aiden is trying to hyperventilate himself.
I thought I was dead.
So did we. But we wouldn't leave you behind.
How long was it? You came to meet me. How'd you even find that place?
We made a deal with a spirit from a cairn we found decimated. Fed off some salmon spirits and we found you.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
You shouldn't have went there.
I was hardly going to
I
leave you
wasn't
behind.
alone.
There was no way. There was no way we were leaving you.
I'd have gone back to Gaia one way or another.
There was no way I was leaving you. You say a bit more firmly, you know, like no fucking way.
Point is just echoing anxious agreement and trying not to make whiny noises with her muzzle poked up alongside Banshee.
What about the others? Did you manage to save them?
They're all dead.
Fuck.
We killed the leech, though.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck the bloody leech.
No thanks.
What was going on?
We were looking for information. Trying to prevent another one of the sept attacks from the damn cairn drainers.
Right.
Cairn drain and leeches, that is. Too many feckin' cairn drainers to keep track of.
Yeah. What, she ambushed you?
Yeah. She and her little family, I guess.
Fuck. Okay. They're expecting you to report back, I take it. The Whispering Rovers.
Yeah. I gotta go back to Terra.
Right. Well, you look over at the other three. Came this far.
Aiden,
Yeah.
I have to report back to Tara.
What does that mean, Banshee?
I can't drag the three of you along with me.
Why not?
Why not? Aiden and I are from there.
It's just not how it's done.
Fuck how he almost died, Banshee.
The Whispering Rovers. They give up everything just to serve the tribe.
Saoirse tears up.
You can stay here with me as long as you want, but I have to give up everything too.
Everything. That means.
Yeah.
Everything. The only thing I have to give.
Angel just bow his
For
head.
your protection.
For our protection.
Yeah.
What do you mean for protection?
You still have things left to do. You still.
Well, if you're Saoirse will nod in a begrudging acceptance, and she'll look at Banshee and she'll say, "If you're gonna go off on your own, and you're gonna go to Tara, look at my mother. She decides the destiny. She's a Aetherphylodox. Tell her daughter says hello and that she found herself a proper pack."
I can do that for you. We're about
Oh, go ahead.
to face many enemies. Our whole tribe. Ones the nation at large may not even know about yet. I need the three of you to trust me. To know I'm still acting in our best interest, even though I'm leaving. As you know, I'd do anything for my family.
Tempoint is slowly sunk down until by now she's just kind of plopped on the floor, laying her head on one of Banshee's feet.
Banshee will wrap her arms around Pinpoint's giant Krenos head.
She makes at least one piteous noise, but noses very affectionately into the gesture.
Just keep my spot warm for me. Till I can come back.
Erdal nod. Doesn't say much, just look grim. Just nods.
And Saoirse and 10-Point. Take care of Aiden.
Always, Raya.
And Aiden. She's gonna pull him over.
Yeah. He kind of gets pulled over and we'll look at her. Dead in the face.
Aiden. Stop being such a feckin' dumbass. And she's gonna slap him.
Okay, Saoirse's gonna crack the fuck up.
He whirls, yeah, just rubbing his cheek.
If I hear
Will
any
do, Mom.
stories about you rushing out into battle not knowing shit for dick about your opponent, I will come back. And it'll be to beat your
Right.
fucking ass.
No problem, Mom. Oh.
You don't have to worry about that. He's not William White.
And he just nod and grin. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Rubbing his face.
And thank Gaia for that.
I'll take care of him. Don't worry. He'll nod.
So how long you staying in Tri-Spiral?
How long do you want us to stay?
Long enough, I think, for us to all have a drink, sing some songs, forget about these. And she's gonna run her hand over the scars on her face.
Saoirse looks at her very fresh silver wounds.
This nod. We'll have to go back soon anyway. Gotta make sure they don't place
I
fall apart.
Have that fucking traitorous bitch's twin to catch.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. What? We can get a drink. He just stands up,
Now we can.
And Banshee will nod. She stands up, though not as energetically as usual, and very visibly leans on 10 Point for physical support.
10 Point eagerly serves as a walking stick. She'll actually probably take Hispo so that she's easier to lean on. Hell, Banshee can hop on her back for all she cares.
Banshee will gladly ride 10 Point like a horsey.
God damn it.
No pride.
Everybody
None.
should at least.
Not with mommy.
And as the four Fianna venture to the most sacred of places for their tribe, to the pub, I believe that is where we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Across Ireland. Blarney.